now we are in Matthew chapter 14, going through each of the Gospels, each of the chapters, proving that Jesus is God without a shadow of a doubt, until you have changed your mind and you now believe that he is God. Notice what it says here. It says in verse 23, and when he had sent the multitudes away, speaking of Jesus, he went up into a mountain apart to pray. And when the evening was come, he was there alone. But the ship was now in the midst of the sea, tossed with waves, for the wind was contrary. So Jesus sends his disciples out on ship before everybody else, and he sends the multitude away. He goes up to pray on a mountaintop, right? And it says that the ship was now in the midst of the sea, it was tossed with the waves, for the wind was contrary. It's a big storm going on. And it says, and in the fourth watch of the night, Jesus went unto them, walking on the sea. Now, I know many people know this story. And I know even, people who are not even in church know about Jesus walking on water, yada, 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 and whatnot, right? But this is actually big. When Jesus does miracles, he's not just doing miracles in the Bible just to do them. He is doing them out of obedience to what the Father wants him to do. And he is doing them to prove the fact that he is God. Let me show you what I mean. The Old Testament is filled with stories and conversations between men and God down to men, that you need to make sure you study your Old Testament. Don't just study the New, because the Old Testament is going to lead you to the New, and it's going to strengthen the New Testament even further. Let me show you. Right here in chapter 9, Job is speaking to God, actually, right? And he's talking to God. He says, I know it is so of a truth, but how should man be just with God? If he will contend with him, he cannot answer him, 1 of 1,000, right? And he goes on, he keeps talking about God, how great God is and stuff. And then he says here, God is the one which commandeth the sun, and it riseth not. And he sealeth up the stars, which alone spreadeth out the heavens, and treadeth upon the waters of the sea, which maketh Arcturus, Orion, Pleiades, and the chambers in the south. Notice, Job is saying that God alone is the only one who could walk on the sea, who could walk on the water. This is an ability that only God can do. If you see a man walking on water, what's the first thing you're going to think? Well, the disciples said here, and when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were troubled, saying, it is a spirit, and they cried out for fear. But Jesus spake unto them, saying, be of good cheer, it is I, be not afraid. This is physical Jesus, not a spirit, a physical man walking on the water, and he has the power to even make Peter walk on water as well, proving himself to be God. No one else could do anything like this except for God. That's proving Jesus is God. All right, we're going to go on to chapter 15. See you guys and follow the series.
The harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few.